What is up, guys? It is your boy Scott from King Queen Cichlids bringing you, that's right, another new video. Now in today's video I'm super excited because Liz made me do some spring cleaning. I wasn't excited about that, but what I was excited about was the old computer I found in my office, and I actually opened it up, plugged it in, and found some incredible footage of my old fish room and my old fish tanks and some fish that I don't keep anymore. But boy, were they some of my favorites. So today, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to show you fish I used to keep that I don't keep anymore. And you'll get to see the evolution of what my fish room used to be many years ago to what it is now. Now, viewer beware, some of the footage is not the best, obviously, because it's 10, 12 years ago and technology wasn't the best back then. But you will get the point and you will see some incredible fish that, although I no longer keep them, they're still awesome fish, and it might make you want to get interested in keeping them as well. So, giddy up, boys, let's go. Come on. So in 2008, I moved to York, Pennsylvania because of a job opportunity. One of the first things I did was start building a new fish room once I got a new place. I got this 150-gallon tank through a friend, Kurt and Joel, at the Aquarium Club of Lancaster County. And then I just decided to start filling it up with all these fish that were available for whatever reason at the time. Here you see a Bichir trying to bust his way out, Florida gars, just way too many fish. Special note right here, you want to make sure that you keep the water level where the Bichir and the Florida gar can go up and get some air, because these fish do need air. But just overall, look at that. I mean, there's Oscar there. There's a Doveye by the Bichir back there. Florida gar. Let's see what else comes out. If you look at the very back, here comes another different type of Bichir coming out. Jaguar up top. Just way too many fish in here. And obviously, I have changed the way I keep fish. Where I keep a pair to a tank or a single to a tank. I thought this tank was pretty badass at the time, as did a lot of my friends, but looking back at it now, these Bichirs and Florida gar certainly needed their own tank, as well as the cichlids needed their own tank. I think what I did was rehome these guys and got more cichlids once I realized the cichlids was what I really was into. But man, these Bichirs and Florida gars are really cool fish. Alright guys, leave comments below, tell me what you think about this particular tank. Back in 2008. My God, I must have recorded this on my tablet or something. Not too bad for 2008. Bichirs and Florida gars. Can you believe I actually kept that? And look how many fish I had in that tank. Yikes! So, next footage is going to be of one of my favorite fish I've ever had. In fact, it was the fish that gave me my first great big win at a fish show, and that is the Oreochromis Tanganice. And believe it or not, it is actually an African cichlid. That's right, I used to keep African cichlids, and I love this guy because of how huge it got and because of his personality. So let's check it out, the Oreochromis Tanganice. As you guys know, I have never really been a fan of African cichlids. I prefer a much more larger and more personable fish. But this Oreochromis Tanganice, pictured here from the Great Lakes of Lake Tanganyika, is certainly the exception. It is like a South or Central American cichlid wrapped up in an African cichlid body. They get large, anywhere from 16 to 17 inches at full grown, and have lots of personality, beautiful colors. Look at this blues and the speckling and the red on the dorsal fin and red on the back fin. Just a great fish. This fish won me my first great prize at a cichlid show, and I later rehomed him with my friend Michael Mull from the Cichlid Club of York. Definitely pick one of these guys up if you have the tank space. Great fish. Oreochromis is a pretty cool fish. Next, we're going to take a look at another very large fish that I used to keep, the Peacock Bass. God, I love them. Come on. So the Peacock Bass, certainly one of my favorite cichlids of all time. They are one of the largest cichlids in the entire world. The only thing close to it would be the emperor cichlid from Lake Tanganica. Strangely enough, we just talked about Lake Tanganica with the Oreochromis Tanganice. I can't tell you why I love these fish so much. They are not personable like, you know, an Amphilophus or a Parachromis, but there's something that I love about them. It must be their, you know, sleekness and the color, and, you know, they are so predatory that they're just really cool to keep. You will need a large tank and a very strong top. I'm going to keep Peacock Bass again sometime, but it's not going to be until I can get another 300 plus gallon tank. They must be in large tanks. You can get a smaller tank and move up, but they do grow very fast, so be aware of that. I love these guys, and that is one of my favorite fish that I do not keep anymore. Let's see what's next. The Peacock Bass. Man, did I love my Peacock Bass. So sad I don't have them anymore, but I promise you guys, I'm going to be getting some real soon. I don't even care if I'm on YouTube or not. I am going to be getting some Peacock Bass. I just absolutely love them. Obviously, because they're one of the biggest cichlids in the world, you're going to need a large tank for them. So I got to plan that out. Obviously, I got a 300-gallon tank here, but my Dovii are in there. They're going to need that tank. It's a lifelong tank for the Dovii, so I will have to plan on getting a tank like this or larger for Peacock Bass, but definitely something I want in my fish room. Yo, Jay Will, you ready to do this? Let's do it. Alright guys, the next fish we're going to take a look at are the sturgeons. Freshwater, cold water sturgeons. I had these guys about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, maybe not that long. I was unsuccessful in keeping them because of a power outage. If you want to learn more about that, the video, I'll put the link up here. But great fish I fell in love with. Generally, after keeping them, I don't think it's something that you should keep in your fish tanks. It's better left out in the pond. But check out these spectacular fish. I think you're going to enjoy them. Come on! Out of all the fish we've seen today, the sturgeon is probably the coolest looking one to me. They're like a prehistoric shark. And in fact, they date back to the prehistoric times. These guys get large, looking at 2, 3 feet, possibly 4 feet, depending on what kind you get. I saw my first sturgeon at the 2018 Aquatic Experience thanks to the Seacrest booth, and I had to have one. Got some from Mark De Niro, and as I said, I unfortunately lost them due to a power outage. These fish need high oxygen and very cold water to thrive, and if you can't provide that to them as well as a large swimming area, I would recommend you don't keep them. But these are fantastic looking fish that are better kept in a pond than in a home aquarium. This tank behind me is a 180-gallon tank, and you can see these guys are about 8 inches long. Really cool fish. Alright guys, we started this fish tank. We're going to end this fish tank because this is my 7-foot-long, 300-gallon tank that I used to keep my infamous Arowanas in. Man, probably of all the fish I have, I miss my Arowanas the most. Both Liz and I loved those, but we knew that we were going to have to rehome it at some point. And once I was able to find a couple of people that were able to take them, it was time to do it. So, Arowanas, check them out. You've seen them in my videos before, but this was probably my most favorite fish that I no longer keep. So Liz and I kept these silver Arowanas for over almost 2.5 years. We provided them a great home. We took great care of them. But after a while, we just got tired of all the negative comments that people would send from time to time, saying we didn't give them a great tank, or we weren't providing them a great life. We got tired of that drama, and so we rehomed them once we found a couple of people that had really large tanks or a large pond. I definitely miss these guys, and I'm not happy that the peer pressure kind of forced us a little early to rehome them. But in my opinion, unless you have a really large tank, these are not fish that you should keep, even though Liz and I did keep them successfully for 2 years. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We are trying very hard to get to 10,000 subscribers. We are close to hitting 9,000 at this point. So every subscriber helps and counts, and we appreciate you. If there's anything we can do to improve your experience at King Queen Cichlids, please leave comments below. I'll be sure to read them and try to improve your experience. And get ready for Fish Heads number 5. It should be taking place this Friday, so you definitely want to check it out. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.